Hello, this is Benny again, and this video will be to introduce English 101 and 102 students to how to use the Argosy University Online Library. Now, it is important to understand that in both of these classes, we'll be writing a research paper, and a very important aspect of writing the research paper will be to locate scholarly sources of information from the Argosy University Online Library. So, how do we do this? The first step is to find the library. The quickest, easiest way to find the library is to go to your course and then to click on the Academic Resources tab under the course home. There you will find a button that will take you directly to the library. A window will pop open to say Launch the Library, or you can also view some tutorials on the library. Today we're going to go straight to the library by clicking Launch, and this is what you will see. Now, there are a couple things I want to point out before we get into the library. The first thing is there is chat available online. If you have any questions while you're completing your research, you can contact a librarian through chat to ask them about how to use the library, or maybe a specific question about your research. Just send that through the online chat, or you can also call a phone number here at 888-559-7579. Now, this isn't 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but they do have very wide hours. You can see Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Time, and then Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. A little bit less on the weekend, but you can see they're still available for quite a long time. Now, there you go. Now, what about the rest of this? We want to find some articles. What I suggest you do is go to this section that says Find Articles and More. If you click here, you will find two options, ProQuest and EBSCOhost. Now, all of this stuff down here, don't worry about it, because those are just some information about ProQuest and EBSCO. But ProQuest and EBSCO are basically two kinds of research tools that you can use, kind of like Google or Yahoo, to help you find information. Okay, so let's start with ProQuest. It's really pretty simple. If we click that, we can find that it opens up a website that looks a little bit like a search engine. So let's say that we want to find information on the minimum wage, because maybe you're going to write your research paper about something about maybe raising the minimum wage or not having a minimum wage. So you have to find some articles. You'll also want to click full text and peer reviewed. What full text and peer reviewed mean are this. Full text means that you will be able to see the actual article when you find it. If you don't click full text, it might suggest an article to you, but you won't be able to access it online. You'll have to request that article from a university or a library, and most of us don't have time for that. So if we click full text, we'll sidestep that problem. The other thing is peer reviewed. This is part of the process of making sure we find information that is appropriate for a college-level research paper. If you click peer-reviewed, that will greatly increase your odds of finding an article that is appropriate for use in your research paper. Well, let's click search and see what we find. Here we go, 1,078 results for articles related to the minimum wage that have both full text and scholarly journal certification. So as we scroll through here, we can see there are a lot of articles. Let's look at this one here, number 5. It says the effect of the minimum wage on the fast food industry. If we click this, we'll see that it will open up a page that provides us first with the abstract. The abstract is a brief summary of the entire paper. So you can read that to see basically what the entire paper says, but that is not the actual paper. The rest of the paper follows beneath it. You can also see the full text of the PDF. The PDF is the original article as it appeared in the magazine or journal in which it was published. So what has happened is someone has gone through with the magazine and they've scanned this into the computer to show us what it looked like in the original form. Now, you will often find tables and charts and graphs in these that you won't find by looking at just the regular full text version. Now, after you've found an article and you think that this is useful and you want to use it, you're going to need to cite it in your in your research paper. Now we're going to be using APA format to do that, and this is one place where using the AUO library is really useful, because we can come over here and click Cite, and a window will open to show us exactly how to create our reference for that article using APA format. All you will have to do is copy and paste this section to your document. There are also other formatting options up here. We will not be using these other options, but if you were going to do this for another class or another college, then this would be how you might change it to something like MLA. But we're going to stick with APA for this. Now, there you go. That's basically how you use ProQuest, but I'm going to walk you very quickly through EBSCO to show you that it's very similar. It looks different, but the process is fundamentally the same. Let's type minimum wage, and then we will limit this. Down here we can see full text, scholarly peer-reviewed journals, click search, and then we'll list all the different articles that are available. Now, some of these articles might be the same. Some of them might be different. They are different databases, and that's kind of the point, to provide us with different options. Here's an article that says, is the minimum wage a pull factor for immigrants? That might be an argument that maybe someone would make in their paper to say, well, we should be careful with what we do with the minimum wage because it might affect immigration policy. Okay, well, let's see. Open up this source, and here we have not the article, this is just the abstract, because the article is not available on the web page. It's only available in PDF full text format, which is fine. You can click on that, and just like with the other article, we will find that we can see it as it was originally printed in the original source. You can save a copy of this on your computer, or you can print it so you can write on it, whatever you want to do. That's completely fine. Now over here on the right-hand side, there are a variety of buttons. This one says Cite. That's what we can click on to show how to cite this source in APA format. If we click on that, a window opens and shows us various formats available, but we're going to use APA. So again, we'll just copy this and then paste that into your Word document. Now if we go back to the abstract, I'll show you can also cite this on the abstract page over here. Click the Cite button and you will find the same options. So there you go. That's how to find articles using the AUO library, using ProQuest or EBSCOhost. I encourage you to quickly get into the AUO library if you haven't already done so, because it's important that you begin to see what kind of information is available on the topic you've chosen. At this point, it is not absolutely crucial that you have a fully formed thesis statement or that you know exactly what your argument is, but if you have an idea of what your topic is, the sooner you get in and locate what kinds of articles are available, then the sooner you can start to narrow the focus of your argument. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Remember, I'm here to help you. Good luck with your research.